can't do this. I can't do this.
I realize this is maybe a bad time, but can you lend me a quarter? Hello everyone, Falli again. Welcome back to Modded Radionaut. This time we're going to play HouseMD Princeton-Plainsboro. And you know, obviously it's based on the series by Dr. House. So this is something I want to show you, you know, custom sound image here, so that's pretty cool. Situation, you know, militants bulletproof vests up with machine guns. Oh, well. Okay, well that kind of sucked. Let's try this again. Yeah, to restart this mission a few times now. There's a lot of heavily armed suspects, you know, as the description says, giving everyone battle rifles to, you know, reliably put them down. So let's hope this one goes better. At least there's no time pressure on this map. They don't start shooting hostages or anything, so that's good. I mean, it does really make sense from a lore perspective. You know, they just... This vexes me. Ha 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 ha. It doesn't really make sense from a lore perspective when with this being a terrorist attack and all, but they don't do that in the like the main game mission. Yeah, relapse either, so no. Move in, flashbang. So, you know, this character model, this like woman terrorist, I guess, is actually supposed to be a vigilante in the main game. So she's there to take revenge on like the hand for the nightclub shooting, but don't think that really comes across in the actual game. Like I only know about that due to like some analysis I read, and you know, if you listen to the voice files you can kind of discern that, but in the actual game she doesn't act any differently from the, you know, terrorists, and she doesn't engage them or anything on her own, so it just, I don't know, kind of strange. I mean, it's good that they went with that, but you know, she's there with an RPD and you know, she doesn't attack the terrorists, so it just... Yeah, well, probably lacking in the goat infrastructure for you, but... Okay. Shut up, I kill you! People still know Ahmed's a dead terrorist? Probably not. Was never super funny. No one here? No.
Turn around. Provide support on me. This is protocol.
We need your help. Oh, no.
We have a civilian in our...
No, I don't know, you're not supposed to... I mean, you can, but it's not really standard procedure to wear like a hair cover and, you know, surgical mask, you know, just in the normal ward. Just do that during surgery, when the surgical ward. At least that's how it is here. I don't know, maybe the US has different standard procedures. Kind of like the layout here is also kind of not what I'm used to. I mean, in an ICU, yeah, you would have these glass windows and so on, but I think it's just a normal ward. But anyway, let's keep moving. G3, yeah, I mean, a lot of G3s ended up in Iran, and I think they're building their own copies of that, so... I think Squad also has the Middle Eastern faction, which is like the generic Arab army thingy, like the MEC from Battlefield. Used the G3, and I think during development they were nicknamed the G3, the faction, so that's kind of funny. Anyway, I mean, battle rifles. Yeah, I mean, it's always stopping power and range with Americans, but you know, the intermediate cartridge really is the better option if you ask me. just simply because you can carry more ammo and the guns are more controllable, which is, I think, the biggest factor. Like, how often do you actually engage, like, direct aim fire at a single target? You know, like doing normal infantry combat, it's kind of really unusual. Generally, you keep, like, you fire to keep enemies suppressed, and you don't even know if you're hitting or aiming at anyone. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of the thing, like, the STG-44 used an intermediate cartridge, like the 7.92 quarts, like short. So, you know, it's big, fat, stubby round, but it's relatively short, kind of like my... Anyway, the AK did the same thing. 7.62 by 39, I think. So, a lot more controllable and lighter than 7.62 NATO. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I think it's wrong call for the US to go with the 6 spear. Like, okay, you have this high power cartridge that's completely destroying barrels and needs specific lower pressure training rounds, so don't ruin your rifles just doing training, but okay, like... Oh, but in turn you get a lot of range and stopping power, well... Like, during the entire war in Ukraine, which has been going on for like 4 years now, I've never once heard, you know, oh, our rifles can't reliably destroy body armor and we need more power. Like, I've not heard a single instance of that, and, you know, all the jokes, man, Russia and Ukraine can equip their troops with body armor, so kind of this niche case, you know, like, they keep bringing up, oh, you know, we have one in Afghanistan, we've been taking fire from a kilometer away from PKMs and we couldn't return fire. Well, that's not really how war is going to be fought in, you know, the European theater, you know, like, where do you have just an unbroken sight line of a kilometer here? It just doesn't happen. And even then, can you actually spot, you know, a target and make use of your range? Yeah, we have to get upstairs somehow when I'm trying to... Oh, maybe. Oh, there's the staircase. Bro, where did you come from?
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Yes. Okay. Just doing whatever we want now, I guess. Just cool. Yeah. Just...
Dynamic movement, flash clear.
Anyway, flashbang, clear.
Oh my god.
Keep your hands up.
Okay. Screenshots from the series and like production stills and so on. That's cool. In earlier versions, this was all just AI slop, which, I don't know, it's completely unnecessary, you know, like, there's a lot of...
Get on the ground. Stay on me.
Yeah. Okay, just fucking run off. That's cool. Radiology, yeah. That's unclear. Trying to stay positive. I mean, the AI, other than, you know, fucking running off, works. Okay, that's what. Works fine so far, so that's cool.
Suspect is deceased.
Suspect is deceased. Yeah, I kind of wonder how these terrorists get all this equipment here, you know, like full auto AKs and so on. Like, obviously they can't just buy them, they have to be smuggled in, but I don't know. Wouldn't it make more sense for them to use, you know, like domestic stuff, like, you know, semi-automatic ARs or something? I don't know. Just...
Let me see those hands.
So... Bring order to chaos. Well...
Got a suspect down here.
Talk to it. Continue with your mission.
What do we have here? It's not lupus.
Be okay.
It's classic meme. There's kind of been a resurgence in like Dr. House memes and stuff, and I don't know why, but I mean it's a good series, so I mean I don't know how medically accurate it is. I mean, not very, but I mean I guess the actual like treatment plans and so on are pretty good, but you know there's a lot of unicorn disease, you know, that don't really ever show up, but
Search and secure.
wouldn't be very fun to just treat the same
Dios mío.
stuff all day. Like wouldn't make for a very fun series.
Hands up now!
Okay.
Within your ROE.
Bro, these are just
Oh, thank you.
reaching rounds.
Score one for the good guys.
Well, that was it. Well, that was a fun map, pretty, like, relatively short, nothing fancy, really just a terrorist hunt, more or less, but there's a lot of civilians, and terrorists, you know, use their disguises, the same as in the main campaign, so that's cool. Makes for, you know, challenging target identification. AIs worked relatively fine. They obviously had this tendency to run off and, you know, get themselves killed, but they also do that in main campaign missions, so I can't blame the modders too much. They removed some of the AI slop the map used to have, which I think is cool. Yeah, I mean, it's fun, it's really challenging. I had to replay this one like 3 times before I got it right. You definitely need battle rifles for this one, but yeah, if you're looking for a challenge, this one is pretty fun. Just some good old-fashioned terrorist hunting. Anyway, that's going to be it for me for this episode. I'll see if I can find some more maps, kind of running out of custom maps to play, like the Elephant Redux. Like they say, it's been ported, but doesn't work, so what I still have in reserve kind of are the SWAT 4 missions, and those seem to all work fine. Going to play those next week probably. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.